episode, I will share recent fun activities and focus on why having fun is essential for good health. I'm your host, Lelania, and I invite you to take this journey with me and join the pleasure-seeking movement. Hi, welcome to the episode. I really wanted to have a full month of having episodes in October because it's Halloween. And Halloween has always been one of my favorite holidays. I would say, I would say it's still my favorite holiday. It's been unfortunate that some years I don't get to do what I like as much as I want to do because I don't know if everyone else around me loves Halloween as much as I do. I have always loved the dressing up, pretend kind of stuff. I used to do theater. I used to do theater in high school, and I wasn't like the best actress or anything like that, but it was just so much fun. And I don't know if it was like based on like some of my insecurities with who I am, who I was, and it was just like I just loved the idea of like kind of like being someone else for a day. So yeah, so I've always loved Halloween. I love like the spookiness. I mean, I would say like I like a lot of like scary movies and stuff like that. So I don't know. That's what brings me to today's topic. It was a very fun experience. My husband and friend, roommate set this up, and we watched movies. We watched 3 movies in the woods last night. They went out there and they set up a TV with a battery. They had like a generator also, a laptop. They made a fire so that it would be nice and warm in the crisp fall air. And yeah, we brought then we some other friends. We drove out there. We drove like it was like an hour into the wilderness. And yeah, we watched 3 movies. We watched Chopping Mall from the 80s, and then Oculus, more recent movie. And then we finished it off with Night of the Creeps, which is another 80s movie, probably around the same time, mid 1980s. And yeah, it was just a really fun experience. It was very novel. The sound quality wasn't, the best, but it was like the first time we'd ever done something like this. So it's like you just kind of are like, hey, let's just try this, It was definitely it was kind of distracting sometimes being out in nature because we were near a river, so we could hear the water. And then, we had the fire, which sometimes was distracting too. And, I guess like I had already seen Oculus, and then the other 2 were just kind of like, they were just campy movies. So it wasn't like really important to like for the tension, I think I would be very discerning about what kind of movie to watch out there because there are definitely some movies that you don't want outside interference to distract you, for sure. I guess I'll talk a little bit about the things that like I did like a little bit. Like there was like one scene. There's always scenes in a lot of movies where there's like fire. there's fire in this movie. One of these movies. But it was like funny because it was like the fire kind of sparked up with like ash, like like something, sparking up from it, like when the fire was happening in the movie. it was kind of funny, like it was like a 3D effect of like, oh, like it's happening. Oh, you know. I don't know. That was fun. I liked that. I guess I would say just generally, I felt like the campy movies worked more for the experience, and we were just like laughing and having a fun time watching them because like there was a lot of cheesiness, especially Chopping Mall was like there was so much like inconsistencies and then like and just like total cheesiness and they were just like laughing and that was just it was so much fun to like do that and you know in such a novel way. And I, you know, I don't know. I feel maybe like we were like having even more fun because it was such a interesting, unusual experience. So it made us like let loose even more. If you, I will try to have some content on Instagram at Fun is Fundamental. So I hope that you are all doing well. Take care. Have fun. Bye.